So morning to our fifth podcast. This episode 005 of the Golf Talk podcast. Golf Talk by me and James, two average golfers, just talking about golf and bring some topics together. Completely uncut, completely raw. We don't know what topics we're talking about, which come up, the banter and the conversation is as real as you're possibly going to get. And good morning, James.
Good morning, Scott.
You well?
Yeah, very well, very well. Yeah. Very good.
Should we start? I mean, obviously, if anyone viewing this, it's available on Spotify and Google Podcast, and obviously the YouTube channel. Thank you for everyone that's watched, listened, getting an amazing amount of views for the first sort of 4 episodes, which is good. We're going to kind of start off. I mean, we've come into this podcast on quite a topical morning, if you like. We're recording on a Wednesday morning. We normally record it on a Tuesday or Wednesday morning. But we have to kind of, it's a bit of sad news about Tiger Woods overnight, and I'm sure everyone in the golf world heard about it, it's just published, but but he's had a car accident, hasn't he, yesterday morning in America. Serious leg injuries is what's been reported. It's been reported this morning that I saw that he had, he's awake and he's conscious, but he's had some pins in his ankles and his feet.
Wow.
What was your first thoughts? I know we sort of kind of messaged each other and all that. It was quite, and my WhatsApp groups were all going a bit nuts with it.
Yeah, I know. I'm just horrified. He's one of the most famous global sports icons in the world now and has ever been. Yet he's driving around on his own at, what was it, 7 a.m?
Yeah, 7:18 the crash, I think it was. Especially when he's going through...
Why has he not got a permanent driver?
Yeah, he's just gone through back surgery. He was on Sunday night, wasn't he, on the Genesis, because he was hosting it. He didn't look right at all. He looked like he was on medication and didn't look right at all. And he's got a history, isn't he, of being addicted to medication. You just think, well, why would your team allow, the team that he's got around him, why would they even allow him to be in a car?
It's madness. He's obviously in a lot of pain with his back, and the meds are easing that pain. And I think, I'm no doctor, but I can imagine it's quite easy to get addicted to that, because there's nothing worse than, when you're ill or when you're in pain, there's actually nothing worse, is there really?
No.
All you think about is getting better. And with the meds, that's going to ease a lot of the pain and take things off him. And they're probably so strong that it's quite easy that maybe after a few days you get addicted to them. But then I'm guessing that he's probably just not reacted to something. Because have you seen where the car is off the road? It's like all the way down.
Yeah.
It's a crash, isn't it? The whole front's been taken out.
Yeah, he's obviously gone front end, which is why his legs in it. Because one of the things that surprised me was the, it's not like he's running around in a 1989 Vauxhall Fiesta, is it? Right? It's like it's a a new car. And one thing surprised me was that the technology, obviously today, in the airbags and the amount of airbags, and I mean it's an Escalade, isn't it? He's got it's a brand new Escalade. He's got the technology.
He's got an escalator.
Yeah. So the brand new sort of technology in there. I'm surprised that people don't survive crashes, but then when you see the front of it, he's obviously hit the front of it quite, multiple times, isn't he? But
I just hope he's okay, and I hope this doesn't. Imagine if this accident actually makes him never play golf again. That would be horrific, wouldn't it?
Well, that is the thing, isn't it? Well, Ben Hogan come back from a very serious car crash. He had to win majors afterwards, didn't he? Like literally 8 months afterwards. But I can't. He really didn't look right. He obviously, the fact he had to have another back surgery was worrying in itself. I'm not sure if now we'll see the 16th major from Tiger ever. I think that would.
Yeah, that's annoying.
It'd be even more miraculous now, wouldn't it, than what it would be his previous Masters win. It's like,
don't put it past him. But
Oh.
I always think that what he should be doing now is, you know, apart from the crash, but I think he should just, if he can play golf again, just play the majors, practice, and maybe play. I know probably the sponsors don't like to hear that, but just play the majors, play 4 tournaments a year, keep your body as healthy as possible, and try and just work around the majors. Don't, you know, I know he's got duties at other courses, but just be an ambassador and show up.
Yeah.
And you know.
Yeah. Just maybe he's his own sort of passion and wants in golf now. He can do through his son Charlie's eyes. You know, he's a quality golfer at 11 years old. Unbelievable golf already. He's like a mini me of Tiger already,
isn't he? He's better than us, isn't he already?
Yeah. So maybe he should just try and live his rest of his golfing sort of golfing life, if you like, through the eyes of.
Yeah, he wouldn't want to do that though, would he? He's a born winner.
Yeah, and that is part of the problem. So yeah, a bit somber. Yeah. So a bit bad news. Let's hope he gets prayers on that.
I was gonna wear a red polo shirt in his honour, but
well, I'm sporting the.
Oh, you got that? Where's mine? Here.
Where's yours? Straight off there.
Yeah. I've been using it to get the smears out of the windows. It's perfect.
Right, mate, you should
perfect for that.
You should have it in a frame behind you. That's what you should have.
The
smell of it.
No, the windows are looking lovely, so I'm going to keep using that. Thank you.
And does it fit you well, by the way? Did it fit you snugly?
Yeah, it's a large, isn't it? So I put on a little bit of weight over lockdown, but
So just say to the viewers, you asked for a medium, and I went no, and I went no, you're getting a large.
Yeah, why?
Because
why'd you get me a large?
You've obviously got
Who's actually large?
You've obviously got these issues in you of the what reality, what size you are. But
does that look like large to you?
Let's get into it. Before we get into it, as always, a word from our lovely sponsors, Scurfield Associates. So we would like to thank our sponsors for supporting this podcast. They are Scurfield Associates, who help families protect their wealth now and in the future, ensuring their assets pass safely to their loved ones. For more information, check out their website, www.scurfieldandassociates.co.uk, the preservation of wealth specialist. Yeah, so absolute. Obviously, really appreciate the sponsorship, James, and as well as being the co-host.
You're welcome.
And
happy to help more and more families protect their wealth.
Just a disclaimer that if someone wants to offer me and James golf clubs, we would gladly drop Scurfield and Associates like that. Maybe not.
You got to work on your jokes, Scott.
I'm sorry.
They're nearly as bad as your golf.
Right. Let's go straight to it. This so last week. Well, so you tipped. Looking at the notes, you tipped.
Yeah.
Max Wolf.
So I tipped Matt Wolf and Bubba Watson.
Okay, so Bubba missed a cut.
Yeah.
And Wolfie finished 9 over par. He made the cut.
So I was. I thought we were predicting people that didn't win.
Oh, you've done well on that one then.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's my prediction? I can't remember now.
You went with Justin. You went with Justin Thomas.
Yeah.
You know where he finished?
He missed a cut by miles.
Yeah.
So whether or not, it was always a bit of. I did put a disclaimer around. Obviously, his grandfather helped.
What's all this disclaimer? What's all this disclaimer you put in? Disclaimer.
Never aware of the legal team. Yeah, the legal team have been advising me.
Check their terms and conditions out. The terms and conditions, eh? And then you went with Tony Finau.
Yeah.
Who didn't win again.
I know.
Tony, what are you doing, man? He did not win. He came
the good thing is
second.
His reaction to it is really good. And he's obviously, the fact that he's come second so many bloody times, 8 times now as a runner-up. But I'd almost wanted him to be on his knees going, kind of, I'm gutted,
It's a bit weird.
I'm angry, I'm annoyed, I would want, if I would almost want it, the reaction from him was great and wonderful, and he'll come back. But in terms of winning, I'd almost want to see him like chucking his clubs all over the place. I'd want to see a video of him chucking his clubs in the river afterwards or something like that in the lake, and and going, right, that's it. I am gonna win the next tournament.
He'll be. Yeah, he shot. What did he shoot? Final round, 6 under.
Well,
was
he shot 64. Yeah, had a great round. Come beyond because he was 4 back off the lead. I was actually quietly confident because I felt Sam Burns not won before. I thought he would come back to the pack a little bit, and then so I actually felt going into the last round I was actually quite confident because I thought he's only 2 behind, and it might do him better being like finishing before the final groups, if you like. But which almost works. But then really, Max Homer should have won it on the 18th anyway, didn't he? Missed a 3-foot putt on the 18th. So he should have won it anyway. But you think Tony, he had that 8-10 foot putt to win the tournament. I know it was a difficult breaking one, but in the playoff, but you've got to hold him, haven't you? That's the putts you want, isn't it?
That's right.
Win a tournament, you can't miss those without even touching the hole. But he's good performance now. I mean, the good thing is coming from behind the way he did and the way he putted, genuinely apart from that last putt on the that putt on the whenever it was attempt. But I thought it was a good performance for him to come from behind like that. Normally he goes the other way, doesn't he? He goes out in front and bottles it. But DJ was the surprise for me. There's a couple of surprises really. I mean, Bryson and Rory missing the cut. Rory missing a cut by a mile, and blaming that he doesn't like the last few weeks. He's been saying about he's not used to the grass on these putting things, and he can't wait to get back to the Florida. I'm thinking he's won tournaments all over the world, isn't he? He's always played all the way around the world and week in, week out, good performance. So I don't see where he can start going, oh, it's the grass over here. Bryson missed the cut, didn't he? His first round, I didn't see the stats in his second round, but his first round stats was he hit 1 fairway.
Okay.
And Riviera is a course where you've got to be on the fairway, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. It's
and the other one surprised. What are your thoughts on DJ? Yeah, lovely course. Yeah. What are your thoughts on DJ?
What, Dustin Johnson?
Yeah.
What, just in general?
Well, I think everyone thought that final round he was just going to come through and he's by far the best, but he's not. You do have your off days, don't you? Yeah. Do you think though that where he is now? I mean, having checked, he's won something like 28, 29 tournaments or something like that, isn't he? Obviously, a couple of majors now. Do you think there's a risk that he will, if he's not in the hunt in the like going into the back 9, if he's not up, 1 or 2 off the lead or got a chance of winning going into the back 9, that he kind of just goes down a couple of gears like he did on Sunday?
No, I think there might be a little bit of that, yeah, but they're not intentionally trying to play badly, are they? Or not fire at pins to get birdies to get up the leaderboard.
Yeah, but it's different from where he wasn't playing well at Saudi in that final round, but really kind of, push through if you like a true winner, isn't it? But
yeah, but that's of course he came second the year before and won the year before that. So
yeah, true. Max
It's a bit
Homer.
like when we play. It's a bit like when we play. There's certain holes on a golf course that you naturally prefer because you've played naturally well, and you can it suits your eye and the shape of your shot. There might be a case of that.
Yeah.
Imagine if I'd love to play them. I'd love to play at Augusta, but imagine if it's a golf course you don't actually ever like playing.
I know.
That's one of the 4 majors out of the way, isn't it?
True. Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. I want to really.
Just think of all the different golf courses we've played, and some people rave about that when you turn up and play and think, that was all right.
Yeah. And there's other courses where you're not expecting, and you think, well, actually, it's really not quite nice.
This is a hidden little gem, isn't it?
Yeah. So, you're right. And what suits other people, might not suit, just suit the eye of people, and it's like the seemed a bit like some conversation last year with someone about when we went back to Blake's and the improvements they've done, and I wasn't expecting much, but when first went back there, it's like, wow, the greens are amazing. And someone was saying about it's very open, the course, but I quite like that because it plays like an inbound links. It's like there's some holes you could be in the middle of Scotland and not know it, on a links course, and it felt just different from what we're used to playing, in Essex and locally, it's cool. Nice, congratulations to Max Homer. Yeah, he's done the.
Yeah, he did very well, didn't he?
Yeah. Second tournament win. And just to keep the theme going from last week, actually, he's using Titleist. I was trying to find out what DJ used, but I couldn't see anything whether or not he'd gone to a Sim 2 and whether that was his driving. But Max Homer Titleist TSI 3, so the new Titleist driver, and it's all Titleist in his bag. 3 wood, 7 wood, 21 degrees, 7 wood.
Wow,
unusual. Surprised just getting the ball to stop, I suppose, a bit more than, because that would be probably equivalent of a 4-iron or 3-iron.
It probably would, wouldn't it? So
and he hasn't. And then he's got a driving iron. So he's got a 3 wood, a 7 wood, and a driving iron, which is interesting. And then 4 to 9 irons and the Vokey wedges, but all Titleist.
Yeah.
All Titleist. Good win for Titleist. Cool. Awesome. Right. So this week we've got the World Golf Championships, haven't we?
Yes.
Not in Mexico. Normally in Mexico, aren't they, where they hit the ball? I was gutted it wasn't in Mexico this year because the Mexico one is where it's at altitude, isn't it? And ball flies like a lot further than normal.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, wow, Bryson out there this year in high altitude.
It'd be reaching over like 500.
It'd be going up for par 5s in one, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But it's not. It's in Florida because of the COVID. Yeah. They're playing over in Florida. All the big boys are playing. So who's your pick for this week?
Okay, so my pick this week is, I'm going to go with Patrick Cantley.
Oh, yeah. Playing well.
Yeah.
Playing well.
I'll make a note. I'm going to go with Patrick Cantley.
Are you going to have another? If we have 2 each, so we've got bit of a. That's your main one. Who's your
Patrick Cantley, and I'm going to go with who am I going to go with? Let's go with.
I might have to cut this bit. Your thinking time out of the.
I know. You put me on the spot, mate. Let's go with Justin Thomas.
Okay.
Is he playing?
I'm going to go. Yeah. All the big boys do this one, aren't they? It's big ranking money. It's big tournament. It's prestige, isn't it? Tournament other than the majors. Probably got majors, players, championship, and then this, haven't you? And then also, Sawgrass is coming up.
Yep.
Next couple of weeks, so they want to be playing this. I'm going to go John Won.
Okay.
As to win it. And then my outsider, well, not maybe outsider, although I'd love to see Tony Finau win it. So I feel like I've got to say, if I do it every week, Tony Finau, 1 week it's going to come true. But I'm going to save that for the major. I think the Players' Championship is going to be Tony's one. But my outsider is going to be Hovland, Victor Hovland.
Okay.
Who won this week last year, didn't he? It was his first win, I think, on the PGA last year. But it was in the tournament. You know, there's another PGA tournament that goes on, but it's like there's no one in the top 100 playing, is there? So
right.
That's going. Yeah, John Rahm and then Victor Hovland is my second sort of choice.
I've made a note of that.
Cool. Right. So what's your first topic? Have you got a stat one again, or you've got a topic? What?
So Boris Johnson announced the plans to unlock the country, didn't they? So from the 29th of March, is that right?
Yeah, here in England. So we stress that we're based in England.
Yeah, in the United Kingdom, the 29th of March. So have you booked?
As long as there's no spikes before then, as long as there's no spikes of infection, or was it your neck of the woods last night? I saw that there's a South African variant being found in Brentwood area.
Yeah, I'm not in Brentwood, but
James, hanging around that airway. But
normally,
as long as there's no spikes.
Normally in Hampstead,
March the 29th.
Yeah, that's right.
Good news, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit of a relief.
It's still a long time, isn't it? Though it's still what? 5 weeks? 5 weeks of no golf.
Yeah. But it gives you time to get your shape, and not your shot shape, like I'm thinking like my body shape. There'll be a lot of people all of a sudden thinking, because I was out for a walk last night with my wife, and I said, I was walking, I was like, can you imagine that first round back when you're like 13th, 14th hole? You could be like, wow, I forgot how.
You want to. Yeah, but I just can't wait to tee off. I can't wait to play.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and play.
I can't either. I built the.
So what I'm going to personally do
is
we'll talk about that. But what I'm going to personally do is look to probably play 2 or 3 rounds that week, try and squeeze them in somewhere. Depending on
I've blocked out that week, and I've actually already moved. I had a schedule. The only one I've got a scheduled one in on the Wednesday, which I sent an email to last night saying about can I move that one.
Let me check. Just going to check my diary to see if I've got anything in. No, I haven't got anything in then yet.
Because the worry is getting on a course is going to be difficult. So I don't think you're going to be able to go, oh, let's play Wednesday at 11 o'clock, for example. I think you're going to have to take what you can get that week. And
have you spoke to the clubs yet? Have you put in a little?
No, because they'll be so busy sorting everything out that I thought give them a couple of days.
Okay.
But we're hoping that that the monthly events for GNC start the week after. So it lines up perfectly, if you like, with the April month to get back on. Yeah. So we'll have at least one GNC meeting in April. I'm not sure we'll have all 3 back on. We'll have to wait and see. And also the course. I mean, my worry is the courses will get the amount of people that'll be back on the courses in a go. It's going to be hard working it for the golf clubs over the first few weeks. It's going to be nice because they're going to be in demand. They're going to be packed. They're going to be a great atmosphere, but but you just wonder, obviously the condition of the course is going to be tough work for the greenkeepers and stuff like that over the next few weeks when they go back. But no, exciting, good to be back. And it would just be nice to be just starting a normal swing again, like we were, even, like we did the first time with it was 2 balls and then being 4 balls, 2 balls. It'd just be nice to have a bit of normality, isn't it? Saying, we know we can.
I'm looking forward to it over the first couple of weeks.
I'm
play a few
I'm kind of
different
edging my
voices.
bets of I'm edging my bets on 3 rounds, and then if you get 1 or 2, it's it's okay, because it's going to be difficult to get on courses. That's the only thing.
But you should look to start exercising, getting into shape for the 29th of March, so that
I have been.
Yeah, good. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be after 14 holes tired playing golf. It's a leisurely walk, isn't it? It's a leisurely walk, and then it's hitting a golf ball.
It normally is.
Come on.
But if I'm playing with you,
here we go.
I'm walking in circles in the rough a lot, in the heavy rough a lot, aren't I? Looking for your ball with you. So it's like I don't realise how much that takes off you. When I'm walking on the fairway with my own shots, it's nice and comfortable. But the stuff that you're in a lot of the time is heavier, isn't it? And it's like, and you're walking in circles because you're looking for the ball, and you get excited because you're bending down quite a lot, keep finding these Penfold threes, and then you don't know what you're using, James, and then you don't remember what ball you're using. So we have that conversation. So no, I've actually been funny enough. So this would be interesting about what people's fitness think, because there is you could overdo it, couldn't you? Thinking, oh right, I've got 5 weeks, I'm going to go crazy, and actually injure yourself and not be able to play that week. But I've been doing a little routine, but because I've got the practice area that I did over the weekend, I built.
Yep. Why don't you explain to what you've done?
I'll flick a picture up in here and edit in it in a minute, in a sec. So the picture will show up so you can see it. So basically, I had an area of the garden that I've been trying to convince my wife for ages about letting me have an area for golf practice area. There's part of me, there was news come out last week, wasn't it? It was going to be end of March, but I thought actually it's a good thing to have anyway in the summer, that I can go out there and be, before, in between rounds and during the week, and also a video area to do some videos for this, for the GNC video. So I built but what's cool about it was that the area I had, the flat in it. So I just got some pallets, bought some pallets, cheap pallets from the farm shop, which are a lot heavier to carry than you think. I thought it was only 200 yards, would be fine, carry them. But so I've got a space of 16 foot by 6'6", right? Okay. And then I've got a golf net. So I had a golf net already that I put at the end. One of the problems I had with leaving my golf net up in my garden is it gets very windy where we are here. We're at the second highest point in Essex, so it's very windy. Not many houses about to stop the wind. So I couldn't leave the golf net up all the time before because of the wind used to just take it. But now I've been able to screw it into the pallets.
Okay.
And then I've got chipboard down, a layer of rubber, and then AstroTurf over it.
Good. Have you used it yet?
Proper hitting. So yeah, I've used it a lot. So what I've been doing is really, I thought it was going to be a whole weekend thing, right? So I kind of said to my wife, right, I'm going to be doing this the whole weekend. And I actually, because I had a good plan, if you like, I actually finished it Saturday night.
Okay.
And so then I gave myself Sunday. I was, told the missus I was kind of, I just got some finishing touches to do on Sunday. So I was pretty much on it a lot Sunday. But what I did is when I did the pallets and stuff, I purposely tried to make it uneven.
Okay.
Right. So I made sure that the chipboards, if you like, and the rubber gave me a smooth line, but it's uneven. So I wanted to give myself a devilish kind of downhill putt.
Yeah.
And then obviously so I've got I think there's an area of about 13 and a half foot that's putting.
Okay. And is that all
I've got a
downhill putts?
Yeah, one's downhill, obviously, one uphill, but the downhill is downhill and then goes violently that way as well.
Okay.
So and what I did is I bought a proper golf hole, and made a hole at the bottom.
Good.
So it only goes in if you're from a 12-foot away. It only goes in if it's bang on line and pace.
Okay, interesting.
and that's nice because just hitting balls into net, I feel like having the putting bit, which is why I made it so 16 foot long, gives it as well. And I don't think, like you can do putting in the kitchen and whatever, and but straight putts from 3 foot just don't do you no good. I don't think. After it's different from the golf course, isn't it?
Yeah,
the carpet.
Without a doubt.
And the astroturf that I bought was quite good. So I've been using it Sunday, and then where we at then Wednesday. So I made sure Monday and Tuesday, because obviously got my garden office. I think I'm taking over the garden, but I've got the office and now the golf area. But I made sure that I'm. So I went out and literally did like that 2 sessions of 30 minutes just hitting golf balls, and I'm doing a bit of a thing first of all with my left arm for 10, and then hitting the ball, then doing 8, and then hitting the ball, and then 6, and then hitting the ball, and hitting it quite well actually. I'd love to have the next part of it. I think it's maybe some the track manager, like they're hugely expensive, aren't they? But something like a decent maybe gives me ball speed and swing bit speed. I had bought a little. It was supposed to come yesterday, but it didn't, unfortunately. But I bought a little golf mat, which is a strike mat.
Okay.
I'll do a video of it when get it. So it tells you where you struck the ball. Instantly. So yeah, we should see. What about you? What practice are you doing? What you got anywhere?
No, nothing really. Just every day I'll probably just swing a club throughout the day. Probably about 100 swings a day, just to keep the body kind of feeling supple, and just getting more familiar with that new grip. Having that right hand just slightly, over a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to getting out and playing. As so many millions.
The only mistake. What about your mindset? Because this time last year, when we was in lockdown 1 UK, and then when we went out, it was just so, I don't know, the feeling of just being on the golf course, wasn't it? It was just lovely, wasn't it? It was just like on the golf course, and it was almost like you played a bad shot. It's like, I'm not bothered about it because I'm glad I'm just out on the golf course. The problem is I did that is then I wasn't focused, if you like, and then I started struggling to break 100. So I was like, hang on a minute. So I'm going to be a bit more. Yeah, I'm great to be out and enjoy it, but I'm also going to be quite. Focused. I'm not just going to.
Yeah, I think we play to have fun, but I think go out and think, right, I'm off. What are your predictions this year? You want to start breaking 84, don't you, or you regularly, or 85? So
yeah, I want to start.
Just go out with that mindset.
I want it to be.
Get on with it. I want it to
be around where. Yeah, I want to be around where if I'm 84, 85, and I feel like I've left a few out there, like I did it.
Yeah.
And you're going to go what? Going to hit par?
No, I want to. I want to go out and have a good round and shoot no more than 80, really. So that'll be my goal.
Yeah, cool.
I'm excited. Looking forward to it. I think personally, I will actually play better now because it's been taken away from us for so long. Every shot, I'm going to really concentrate and really enjoy. Does that make sense?
One thing, yeah, and I think the one thing will be a bonus straight from there. One is the weather should be okay-ish, right? So it's not like we're starting the season in the pouring rain with 16 layers on. The other thing is you've got to expect it to be slow rounds when we go out because it'll be busy, right? I think them being slow rounds, is rather than getting annoyed it's taking ages to play around, it's actually going, you know what, every shot I'm gonna give it 100% concentration. I'm gonna look, not just get up not ever just get up and hit it, because you don't need to, you like when you've got a chip and like you just go and hit it or whatever, you go, actually I'm not going to go anywhere quickly. I may as well take the time and
that's right.
Play it properly.
Soak up the scenery.
Yeah. But it's going to be a long 5 weeks waiting, isn't it? It seems good, but it'd be good to be back out there. Right. So I tell you what I'm going to hit actually, because we're going to be back on the golf course soon. Is my first topic is: have you ever been hit by a golf ball on the course, or hit anyone on the golf course?
No, and no.
I'll have to put you in one of the groups in front of me at some point. And it come close.
If I stand by the pin, you definitely won't hit me. Mm-hmm. But no, I've played rounds of golf where balls have hit other people and kind of rolled up past people, and people have got annoyed. So that's been hilarious to watch. Yeah. But no, I haven't. I would hate to be hit, but imagine getting hit by one like in the forehead or something. Just because
I got hit in the back. Last year.
Okay. Your fault, their fault?
First time ever. And that's what their fault completely. But it was weird because I don't know why I asked a question because I thought, well, I wonder if you have it. We've never had this conversation, but if anyone knows it, 9th hole at Manor Groves in Sawbridgeworth in Hertfordshire, and well, I was on the 10th tee actually. So the 9th hole, you play 9th hole, but you come back on yourself to the left to go on the 10th tee.
Okay.
Right, and it was a slow round, so the group behind us were waiting on the fairway, like when we were on the green, and saw us walk over to the 10th. And even though there's a bit of a mound that covers it, and it wasn't like it was off the drive. It was off the drive. You could understand them not seeing us, but it wasn't. It was off the fairway, and where the tree is and all that. And luckily, it hit the tree first, and then hit me in the back. I was just standing there marking the card. And there was no shout of four, nothing like that, whatever. But oh god, it was just on the lower back.
Was it sore?
Very sore. Really sore. So the point is, like, the first initial minute or so, I was thinking, my first fear was, I'm not, and actually I was playing quite well, and I was thinking, I'm not going to be able to finish the round. But and the next, my next shot, if anyone knows it, the 10th at Manor Groves is a par 3 all over water. There's like no cop out, right? So it's like 100 and.
I've played it. I just
can't
picture. I can't picture it.
30 yards.
I've played it a few times. Yeah.
So it was quite a daunting shot, that was coming. But it was sore, and I just started rubbing. I went down on my knees quite quickly, and it was really sore. But then my next shot, I actually I put it 6 foot left of the pin. And the guy was quite apologetic when he came in, so it was like he was really apologetic and all that. And then after he hit the shot, I just turned around and I said that would have gone in if it weren't. That would have been my first hole in one if it wasn't for you. And then someone made the joke.
Is that all he said? Just said sorry.
Huh?
Scott, is that it? It just said sorry.
He was very apologetic.
There's so many. Do you know?
I thought, well, what else can you do?
You know what?
What it is, He, we had a go. I made him known how I felt that he was, first of all, I didn't see, and I was like, don't give us that crap. Don't try and talk yourself out of it. Just it is what it is, But I could see that he was a bit. It's not nice, That's why I was asking if you've hit anyone, because I've not. I've come close to hitting people when you kind of, when you hit it, someone you think, oh, I didn't see them there, and you're like, oh my god, like, you're kind of, I weren't that, didn't hit you or anything, but I thought, well, what can you do? It's no point. It's just, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I think this is quite topical, because I personally think there's so many golfers out there that don't really know the rules, don't know when they can take, when it's 1-shot penalty, when it's 2-shot penalty, and I think generally the golf etiquette is pretty poor. Like I repair every pitch mark and on the green or in the fairway and things like that.
Yeah,
I don't see others doing that.
No,
there's always lots of pitch marks on the greens, isn't there?
I've always
I think people And I hate slow play, don't I? And
Well,
I
you
hate,
called
and I
it.
just
You
when
called
I
it as
when I
well, but yeah.
hardly, mate. I getting boring that comment. But
Truth
yeah,
hurts.
the golf etiquette, so poor. It doesn't matter,
I
mate.
was the first person I was playing golf with on full courses, which was my boss at the time, was really up on etiquette. And he did something that's always stuck with me, like with pitch marks, is you repair your pitch mark and you repair one other.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
and that's kind of thing. But
have a bit of respect for yourself, the course, and others. That's what I think.
absolutely. Right, have you got another topic? What's the second one?
My other topic I was going to talk about is
We've got a satellite delay with you today, have we?
No.
I can
I'm
cut
just
we can edit out. They're supposed to be uncut, these are, but we might have to cut out your thinking time in between.
No, I don't. I was going to just give you some stats, really, just to give you an idea of, the FedEx Cup. I found this interesting. The FedEx Cup. So you've got the kind of leaderboard. I was just, who do you think's first at the moment?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Have you checked?
I haven't.
Well,
no.
Shall I do?
Hang on, let me have a guess. Who
top five?
First. Hang on, let me have a guess first. No, I think it'll be first because who's come out of the? When did it start? Because did the season start from the major of the last year, or was it from 2021? Do you not know?
Oh, I don't know actually. Don't know that. I don't know.
I
was just looking on this website and.
Well, I imagine Patrick Cantley will be high up there.
Yep.
Tony Finau will be high up there.
But some of the stats are interesting. So, in fifth place, we've got Harris English.
Okay.
So his can you hear me? Yeah. So his driving distance is 296 yards. Okay.
Blimey.
That's not that long, is it? And his accuracy is 65%.
Well, that's good.
Fourth, we've got your guy Victor Hovland.
Yeah.
Driving accuracy, his driving distance average is 303. Driving accuracy 61. So 6 in every 10 drives are going on the fairway. Xander Schauffele's third with 305 yards at 56.
Really?
56.
Sneaky long for him, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, sneaky long for him because you'd put him down as
look at his driving accuracy, 56%.
Zach Johnson, just accuracy. Yeah, you'd put him down more being accurate, wouldn't you? And
yeah, you would, wouldn't you?
But
it's not. We always moan. My point really is that us amateurs, we don't be too hard on ourselves. DJ, DJ's in second place, 316 yards. Driving distance average, 60% driving accuracy. So I think they just grip it and rip it, don't they? And then they've got such good shot games, they worry about where it goes. And then your guy, you were right, Patrick Cantley is first driving accuracy of 61.9% and driving average of 300, which is interesting.
You'd take that, wouldn't you? 2 out of 3 times in the fairway at 300 yards, you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Which makes me want to. I can't wait to get out and I'm going to treat myself to a driver, and obviously get the other club sorted. But keen to see what my numbers can get up to driving wise.
Would you slow your where you really hit at it and hit down on it, don't you? Because even when you're forward a little bit, you go low, don't you? Because you're kind of de-loft it. So do you think hitting it on the up is?
Yeah. So the drive is a completely different swing, isn't it? You're hitting the ball. You're hitting up on the ball.
Yeah. So where you got your natural arc because of your height and stuff and your power, would you try and be a bit more slower and smoother, or just grip it, whip it?
I can't wait I can't wait to get the swing going on the driver and start pumping that ball out there.
So when we first out there, next time we play, we play on that first week, we try and get out somewhere, and I've got a Taylormade Driver, which is longer. It's an inch longer than.
But what flex is it?
But it could be interesting because it's a regular flex.
Yeah, that's just not good enough.
And it's got a snappy thing, so it'd be interesting that you hitting it at your full thing. It could be a case of you ain't got a clue where that's going, but it would be interesting that if you smooth and still manage to hit on the up, if you like, with it and catch up the centre, I think it'll go an absolute bloody multi to you.
I've been waiting to get a set of clubs, haven't I? So I'd like to get custom fitted and get on with it, really.
The good thing is now with some driving ranges where they've got the shops, you've got the you can look at some of the stats, can't you? You know, like on the digital thing, so you'll be able to get an idea when you rather than just rather than just going out on a course or actually just play. I mean, you'd want to. I did it maybe from a course that they let you play around with it, isn't they? You know, with the driver, or you can go and sort of before you buy. Think, well, actually, what's it like on the course? Be interesting, but
yeah, that's right. I'd love to. Yeah, I just can't wait to. I think it's going to add so much to my.
If you hit a driver, right, and you was hitting it around that 300 mark, which I think you would if you're hitting a driver properly easily.
Well,
but if it meant that your driver swing hit on the up, it would end up being a bit of a cut, if you like, that your shape of your shot with your driver was a 20-yard cut.
Mm.
How would you feel that in your mind? You know, like like we like to see a certain shape. You like to see a bit of a draw, don't you? You get all excited when you do a baby draw, don't you? You're like, oh, look at that draw, look at that coming.
And I love when when it goes like frozen rope, and it's just like straight off, and you're like, wow, that felt beautiful.
You must love looking at my shots then.
Yeah, that's right. They're like little. Yours are like little baby fireworks, aren't you? Like, when is he going to hit the ball hard?
To use my phrase. Am I allowed to use my phrase on the thing with the "that is a monkey's butthole"? We'll say not the other word that I use.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, you know.
Oh yeah,
that is a monkey's butthole.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking forward to getting out there, mate. To be honest, and I'm looking. Yeah, and I think with a driver, I'll be able to attack. I'll have to obviously keep it in play, but I'll be able to attack par fives a lot easier.
Yeah.
Some par fours yeah. But it'd be nice to start. It'd be nice to actually see what the stats are and what the numbers are up to.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it would be actually. We'd have to borrow a stiff shaft driver on a driving range somewhere and just see if
or even extra stiff.
Maybe we should do a podcast episode on the driving range when we're back out on the driving ranges, and we'll buy a cheap stiff shafted driver from eBay that's for 10 or something. Let's see what happens.
Do the pros? Do they all use extra stiff or not? Or
I think mostly, yeah.
Because I've got knows what speed.
Uses,
I know.
Yeah, but it's their swing speed, because they're even the ones where they look like they've got a slow swing, even like Morikawa with slow back, but that point of impact, he's really pounding through it, isn't he? And and it's also the whip, isn't it? Because they're whipping it right through, aren't they? And so it's I imagine if a lot of them had regular shaft, they would snap it on the off their back, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know. It's that's why really it's important I get the right flex of the club, without a doubt. I'd hate to be using something and think, this is not quite right. So
yeah. So cool. So we'll end it there, James. Otherwise, we've got a few more topics, but we'll be back next week. Pretty interesting conversation again. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, so you get updates of when the videos. Obviously, as soon as we're back on the golf course, we'll do some other little videos as well. Particularly when me and James are out playing together, we'll take some. You'll see some of the banter of us on the golf course. We'll take some. Maybe do one of these podcasts live from the golf course. Would be pretty cool at one stage. Be nice to do. And subscribe. Any comments, any things, kind of topics you want us to discuss and have a laugh about, or anything like that, then absolutely. And also, if you want to get in touch, email to team@golfnetworking.club. If you want to email in at all, anything, that would be awesome. Have a great week. Keep practicing. Keep looking forward to the March the 29th here in England. And if you're around the world and you are playing golf, have a great round wherever you are this week. Thank you, James.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you very much. Good seeing your little face.
I'll see you next week.
Good seeing that little face.
Keep working on them cute little draws.
Will do, mate. Will do.
See you next week.